Most e-commerce stores spend heavily to get people to their sites, but by the time a buyer actually clicks Add to Cart, they are often completely exhausted. They've spent their mental capacity parsing ads, comparing features, and navigating menus, leaving them frozen right at the finish line. A tired customer acts erratically. They second-guess their choices, hesitate at form fields, and ultimately abandon their carts. But a buyer who feels mentally energized acts decisively. To fix this, we need to build an energy-optimized checkout. This is a deliberate design framework that removes cognitive friction, so your buyer doesn't have to overthink their next step. Over the next 5 minutes, we are going to strip away every distracting element on your payment page, creating a single, completely calm path to purchase. To follow along, you'll need 2 things: access to your store's admin dashboard and a live tab of your current checkout page so we can test changes in real time. When you prioritize preserving a buyer's emotional energy over simply grabbing their attention, they buy with confidence. This means they actually complete the transaction and are far less likely to regret the purchase later. Step 1 requires stepping out of the marketer mindset. You have to look at your site through the eyes of a deeply fatigued customer who just wants to finish their day. Go ahead and load up your current checkout page. We're going to hunt down the friction points that you probably stopped noticing months ago. Look at the page and count every single clickable link, button, or icon that does not complete the purchase. This diagram illustrates a standard checkout page. Look at how many competing actions fight for the user's focus. Every link, promo box, and logo click is a separate decision. Each option acts as a tiny leak. As the user registers these choices, their mental capacity gauge drops. Visual complexity is a physical barrier. If a page requires high cognitive effort to navigate, customers will spend their last reserves of energy figuring out where to look, rather than actually buying. Now we address the psychological pressure points. Faux urgency is the use of artificial deadlines to force a sale, and it actively weaponizes a buyer's anxiety. Open up your e-commerce app manager. Look for plugins running countdown timers, low stock flashers, or spinning discount wheels. Turn them off. Specifically, disable any exit intent pop-ups that trigger while the user is actively on the cart or checkout URLs. Watch what happens when these elements dissolve away. The screen suddenly feels wider. You replace clutter with expansive, quiet, negative space. The digital environment instantly shifts. It goes from a chaotic space making demands to a supportive space that lets them breathe. Removing this artificial pressure stops high-intent buyers from abandoning their carts due to emotional exhaustion. They finish the process because the environment feels manageable. With the pressure removed, we can build the enclosed checkout. This means deliberately restricting the user's ability to navigate backward or sideways. Go into your page builder settings. Find the toggle for the main header and top navigation bar and hide them completely on the checkout page. Scroll down to the bottom of your settings and remove the footer links. While you're there, disable any Customers Also Bought recommendation widgets from this final step. This image contrasts a scattered layout against an enclosed one. On the left, a dozen different links scatter the user's focus. On the right, all distractions are gone, leaving a single direct path downward. Cross-selling works perfectly when timed right. It should happen before the user reaches the cart, or as an upsell after the transaction is entirely complete, never during the payment step. By stripping away these secondary options, you eliminate decision fatigue. The exhausted buyer arrives at the payment form with only one logical action left to take. Now we slow down and look at the physical mechanics of the payment form itself, right down to the final submit button. Check your form settings. Ensure the box for billing address same as shipping is selected by default. This saves the user several unnecessary clicks and keyboard strokes. Next, look at the text on your final button. The phrasing here directly dictates the customer's emotional state right before they hand over their money. In this diagram, a demanding, bright red Buy Now command shifts into a soft blue Place Secure order. The language moves from aggressive pressure to supportive reassurance. As you clean up the page, make sure you don't delete your trust signals. Your security badges, padlock icons, and clear return policy links need to stay visible near that final button. This supportive microcopy acts as an emotional safety net. It guarantees the customer feels protected and calm at the exact moment they are most vulnerable. Look at the live checkout page now. It is a stark, clean, single-column design. There are no flashing timers, there are no competing links, and zero promotional pop-ups demanding attention. This creates a completely frictionless environment. A buyer enters the page and glides straight to the finish line without a single disruption. Open an incognito window on your smartphone and run a test transaction. You need to verify the live flow to ensure no essential shipping fields were accidentally hidden during the cleanup. Mobile testing verifies that the simplified form fits entirely on a single screen. The user shouldn't have to scroll aggressively to find the submit button. Customers buy more comfortably when the experience feels emotionally manageable. By respecting their mental energy today, you secure their long-term loyalty and drastically reduce the chances they ask for a refund tomorrow.